Megan had always loved antiques, so when she stumbled upon a delicate porcelain doll at a yard sale, it immediately caught her eye. The doll was small, no more than a foot tall, with a faded vintage dress and hauntingly lifelike blue eyes. The elderly woman who sold it to her smiled cryptically and whispered, "She'll keep you company." That night, Megan placed the doll on her shelf in her bedroom, where it seemed to watch her every move. At first it was a curiosity, but as the hours passed, an odd feeling settled over her, like she was never truly alone. The doll's eyes, they seemed to follow her. Megan tried to laugh it off, blaming the flickering light from her lamp or the shifting shadows in her room. But no matter where she went, the doll's gaze never wavered. Around midnight, Megan woke with a start. There was a strange noise coming from the corner of her room. It sounded like soft scratching, like fingernails tapping against the wooden floor. Confused and slightly scared, she sat up in bed, her heart racing. The doll. It wasn't where she had left it. Her blood ran cold. It was sitting on the edge of her dresser now, its eyes wide open and unblinking, staring straight at her. The scratching sound continued, now followed by a soft whisper. "Megan!" She froze. That voice, it was coming from the doll. Trembling, she stood up and crept toward it. But the moment her hand touched the porcelain, the whisper turned into a sharp, guttural growl. "Megan, you woke me up!" Suddenly, the room temperature plummeted, her breath visible in the air. The doll's eyes shifted from blue to an unnatural shade of black, and its lips curled into a wicked grin. Before she could pull her hand away, the doll's tiny fingers tightened around her wrist, its grip icy cold. "I'm not just here to watch," the doll whispered. "I'm here to take." A chilling, unnatural force dragged Megan toward the shelf. The world around her began to distort, the walls bending as the room felt smaller, suffocating. The doll's grin stretched wider, its eyes now glowing with malevolent glee. Then everything went black. The next morning, Megan's room was quiet. The doll sat on the shelf, perfectly still, just as it had when she first brought it home. But when her parents found her room, there was no sign of Megan. Only the doll remained, its glassy eyes still staring, waiting for the next person to bring it home. And the whispers, they never stopped.